Hello, everybody. I'm John Michael, and I'm here to talk to you today about sound editing for the listening exams. And if you saw some of the previous videos, especially the video about listening exams, you'll remember that sometimes you might need to create a listening audio recording from scratch because the book publisher's material does not cover inference type questions or critical thinking questions. It typically only covers vocabulary and the listening for details or comprehending details like who, what, when, where. So, if you're going to make your own listening script or audio file, then probably you'll need to use different kinds of audio sources. And if you remember, I had recommended text-to-speech voices. These ones are free to use and they are good quality as free versions. So I recommend Oddcast, TTS, text-to-speech, the IBM Watson, and I recently discovered the Microsoft Office Online has the Immersive Reader. We'll take a look at Immersive Reader. So if you were to log into your OneDrive and open up Word Online or OneNote, Immersive Reader is a function already built into that program. So we'll take a look at these and you can hear the difference in sound quality, and then I will show you how to piece it together using WavePad Sound Editor. And also Audacity is a good one to use. You can follow these links here. You can just Google WavePad or Audacity on YouTube and you will see many tutorials, and they are very informative and they talk about many features in great detail, more so than what I can do here. And so I invite you to go take a look if you want to learn more about how to use these programs. Today I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I piece them together and show you the functions that I use. I only use a very few functions in these types of software. Okay, now before you get too bored, uh, before I start talking about test, audio recording, blah, 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 here's the QR code, and it will take you to the workshop, the Google Drive workshops folder. Go to English Assessment Tutorials folder. You can get this PowerPoint and the other PowerPoints for those lectures, and also you can get the MP4 version of this video that you're watching right now under the Assessment Tutorial Video folder. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's take a look. The first one we will take a look at is the text-to-speech demo. This is IBM Watson from IBM. And here is a passage. It's a very long and difficult passage. And I use this passage in the upper level, 6th grade upper level exam. At my school, we have 3 different levels, A, B, and C. These are different ability groups. And also, I do use computerized voices because actually we have 4 exams per semester. There's the 3 月考that are the normal achievement exams, and then on the very last day we have a 4th test. That's 分班考试. That test it is a proficiency test or ability test, a placement test basically, to place the students in different classes for the following semester. And typically we have some B-level students who move up to C. We have A students who move up to B. And we even have students moving down. The idea behind the ability groups is every semester There's a dynamic where students will move according to where they should be, which group is best for them, that has the right pace of English learning. So here, taking a very advanced passage, which is also very long, let's listen to Emily, American English Emily, and see how she says this one.
Fever, weakness, body aches, and cough. All the symptoms seem the same for a cold, the flu, and coronavirus, also known as Wuhan virus. How do you know the difference? Here's information to help you better understand the signs and symptoms. Symptoms of Wuhan virus can include fever, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, weakness, aches and pains, headaches and sore throat. People with a cold might have a runny nose or sneeze a lot. If you think you have Wuhan virus, call Dr. Schweitzer's Wuhan virus hotline at 844-442-5224 to talk with someone who can help you. It's open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Sorry. Okay, so one of the advantages of this Watson text-to-speech is you can download the MP3. So this has already been made into an MP3 file. Take it, put it on your computer, and then you can edit it or manipulate it later. You'll notice that she speaks kind of quickly. So when I go into WavePad, I would go to the speed option and I would slow her down. There's a speed change. It will not change the pitch of her voice. Her voice will not change pitch, but it will slow down. Okay, but that gets kind of complicated. So that's a downside, one of the disadvantages to using this one. Okay, let's go ahead and try the Oddcast. Oh, wow. They even have avatars here. Bzzz. Okay, we'll stop playing with the little fly here. Bzzz. Okay, let's just say it. Here we go. Oh, by the way, there is a limit to 600 characters, so the passage that I provided is a little bit longer and it's going to get cut off. Let's listen to her say it. This is Ashley, American English female. And typically the females, they usually sound better than the male voices. Okay, let's hear it.
Fever, weakness, body aches, and cough. All the symptoms seem the same for a cold, the flu, and coronavirus, also known as Wuhan virus. How do you know the difference? Here's information to help you better understand the signs and symptoms. Symptoms of Wuhan virus can include fever, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, weakness, aches and pains, headaches and sore throat. People with a cold might have a runny nose or sneeze a lot. If you think you have Wuhan virus, call Dr. Schweitzer's Wuhan virus hotline at 844-442-5224 to talk with someone who can help you. It's open.
It's open 7 days a week, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Okay, that part was cut off. Now let's come over to the Immersive Reader. This one works by signing into your Microsoft OneDrive account, and you might have some documents. All right, you'll have files in your OneDrive, and this is now Word, Microsoft Word Online. And let's go ahead. Here's the Immersive Reader. It's already built in to the Microsoft Word Online. And let's open this up. Loading. Okay. And now we can play it.
Fever, weakness, body aches, and cough. All the symptoms seem the same for a cold, the flu, and coronavirus, also known as Wuhan virus. How do you know the difference? Here's information to help you better understand the signs and symptoms. Symptoms of Wuhan virus can include fever, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, weakness, aches and pains, headaches and sore throat. People with a cold might have a runny nose or sneeze a lot. If you think you have Wuhan virus, call Dr. Schweitzer's Wuhan virus hotline at 844-442-5224 to talk with someone who can help you. It's open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Okay, that was actually kind of nice. The only weird part was the phone number 442. You can go to voice settings. This was female at normal speed. We can slow her down just a little bit. Now we have speed control built in here. Let's try that again.
Fever, weakness, body aches, and cough. All the symptoms seem the same for a cold, the flu, and coronavirus, also known as Wuhan virus. How do you know the difference? Here's information to help you better understand the signs and symptoms. Symptoms of Wuhan virus can include fever, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, weakness, aches and pains, headaches and sore throat. People with a cold might have a runny nose or sneeze a lot. If you think you have Wuhan virus, call Dr. Schweitzer's Wuhan virus hotline at 844-442-5224 to talk with someone who can help you. It's open 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Okay, that one might be a more acceptable speed. However, you can see that the number is still a little bit weird.
844-442-5224.
It's right here, the 442. She says 442. We would probably want to change the speed right at that point. When you find that point in the recording, then you would change the speed. So she says 442 instead of 442. Okay, so no matter what you do, there's still going to be some sort of editing, and you will need the WavePad or the Audacity to help you edit. Okay, so let's take a look then. I pulled up some files now, and let me show you. Let's go open up. Let's open a recent file. I will give you, let's see, this is probably going to be item 27. I'll pull up part 3, item 27. This is a conversation between man and woman, and it had to be constructed between me and a computer voice. Let me pull that up. Okay, and let's try it.
Hello, Miss Chen. What's wrong?
Oh, doctor. I don't feel well. I'm afraid I have Wuhan virus.
Did you go to any place where there are virus cases?
Yes, last Saturday I was at the night market in Taipei.
Oh, I see.
The next day I had a sore throat. On Monday I was weak. Today I have a bad cough.
Let me check your temperature. It's only 36.5 degrees.
Okay, so this had to be constructed. You could hear my voice, I'm the doctor, and that was Oddcast. It was not Ashley. I don't remember if it was Ashley or not. Ashley is usually one of the better voices. I think I used Jill at that time. But I had to experiment with the voices to find out which one sounded the best for those lines. Then I downloaded some royalty-free beep beep noises, inserted the beep beep, and we created this conversation between doctor and patient. and we could ask all sorts of questions. Does she have a fever? Where did she go? How many places did she go? Why is she seeing the doctor? There are many comprehension questions that could be asked about this conversation. Okay, and that was pieced together by two different parts. So first, I had to record myself.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Miss Chen. What's wrong? Did you go to any place where there are virus cases? Oh, I see. Let me check your temperature. It's only 36.5 degrees.
Okay, and then I had to capture Miss Chen. So I would play that recording, and I can capture the recording with WavePad or Audacity. Let's see, so let me come here. Oh, if I were to record new, I would have the option. Let's make a new file. Okay. If I were to record new, I would have the option of changing. Here I'm going to use, no, I'm not using the microphone is not set up just yet. Oh, here it's telling me I need to change my recording settings. So I do need to set for which microphone or what I'm going to use. Okay, well I won't do the recording yet. I'm going to stop recording. Okay, no, I'm not going to save. Okay, let's assume that I got the file already. So I do have these files, and I already labeled them. Since I know it's question 27, in fact, you can see that when I want to open a recent file, first of all, very important, file names. I know that this is part 3 of the exam. Part 3 is conversation. So it's called part 3, number 27, because I know it's going to be question number 27. And there are two roles, man and woman, so Dr. and Miss Chen. Okay, and Doctor starts the conversation first. So what I would do is I would come here, I'd listen. First of all, I would want to delete this, and I will delete that one. Okay, I want to get rid of the test.
Hello, Miss Chen. What's wrong?
Okay, and my next line will be,
Did you go to any place where there are virus cases?
okay, so we need to hear what's wrong. And she's going to say,
Oh, doctor. I don't feel well. I'm afraid I have Wuhan virus. Yes, last Saturday.
okay, so I can identify which part is the first line. I'm going to take that and I will copy. Control C, copy. And then I would put that in here.
Hello, Miss Chen. What's wrong?
And she's going to say, oh, doctor, I don't feel well.
Hello, Miss Chen. What's wrong?
Oh, doctor. I don't feel well. I'm afraid I have Wuhan virus.
Did you go to any place where there are virus cases?
And then she's going to say yes.
Oh, I see. Let me check your temperature.
Okay, so when she says yes, she's going to list all her places.
Yes, last Saturday I was at the night market in Taipei. The next day I had a sore throat. On Monday I was weak. Today I have a bad cough.
So I will Control C, Control copy. Put that over here.
Did you go to any place where there are virus cases?
Yes, last Saturday I was at the night market in Taipei. The next day I had a sore throat. On Monday I was weak. Today I have a bad cough.
Oh, I see. Let me check your temperature. It's only 36.5 degrees.
Okay, and you would see the point where I'd need to put in the beep beep for the thermometer. And then once that's done, I'm not going to save this one. It would be saved as part 3, item 27. And now I have all these files. Very important thing is the filing system. And here you can see I set up a file called 1082 Exam 4 Working Files. Every piece is an element. So part 1, and then part 2, and then part 3. And here they are. So they're also labeled by the question, the item number. So number 27, like you just saw, was doctor and the patient. This conversation about a man and Peggy talking about free time is used for 2 different questions. Then there's one about sneakers, a girl and the man speaking about shopping for sneakers. Once they've been put together, the man and woman's voice have been put together, then they are saved as part 3, item 2122. So this is one conversation with 2 questions. Part 3, item 23, and so on and so forth. And then I even have a voice that says, "Stop, the test is finished." Okay, and I know that I'm going to put this all together. So let's take a look at the audio template. You see, this is a template. I'm going to open this and show it to you. And here we go.
Part 3. Directions. Now you will hear several short talks or conversations. In your test book, you will read a question followed by 4 answers. Choose the best answer to each question and mark it on your answer sheet.
Let's do an example. Listen to a conversation between a teacher and a student. Listen for the answer to this question. When is the girls' party?
Congratulations! Are you doing anything special to celebrate?
Okay, sorry.
Yes, I'm having a party this weekend.
Will you have cake?
These
Yes.
recordings I got from.
The answer is C,
Okay,
because the girl says,
Yes, I'm having a party this weekend.
let me turn the volume down.
fill in C on your answer sheet.
So I got Monique how the practice exams. This exam number 4 at our school is modeled after TOEIC Bridge, but I took pieces from a practice exam for TOEIC Bridge and a practice exam for TOEFL Primary. That gave us the example question. And now here, this part is the template. You see all these blank spaces? It's waiting for me to put in each of those items. So after the testes hear the example, then they will hear, hang on, they will hear, let me play that for you.
Fill in C on your answer sheet. Now,
Now let us begin part 3. Number 21. Number 22. Number 23. Number 24. Number 25. Number 26. Number 27.
I'll stop there at number 27 because that's a place where our doctor and Miss Chen were talking. And I would take that item, part 3, item 27, part 3, item 27. I know this is the thermometer going beep beep, and I would take that and again copy, control C. I know that this is where 27 goes, control V to paste. And there it is. And then this one says number 28. So it was Oddcast lady, the Oddcast text-to-speech lady who's giving me the numbers. Number blah blah blah, number blah blah blah. Then I'll put in this one. So let's hear that again.
Number 27.
Hello, Miss Chen. What's wrong?
Oh, doctor. I don't feel well. I'm afraid I have Wuhan virus.
Did you go to any place where there are virus cases?
Yes, last Saturday I was at the night market in Taipei.
Oh, I see.
The next day I had a sore throat. On Monday I was weak. Today I have a bad cough.
Let me check your temperature. It's only 36.5 degrees.
Okay, so there you go. And then it goes on to part 28. So once the entire part 3 is finished, no, I'm not going to say that because I already have it. So you can see how we're building it up. One piece, one element. The patient, the doctor, gets put together to create the conversation for question number 27. Then that question, item 27, gets put into the place where it belongs in the template. And yes, of course, eventually, I'm going to have a complete part 3. Part 3, items 21 to 30. And we can see that the part 3 actually is about 7 minutes and 29 seconds. And there it is.
Part 3. Directions. Now you will hear several short talks or conversations.
To meet you too.
Where are you from?
I'm from Italy. How about you?
I'm from Canada.
Number 25.
Hi, Rita.
Hi, Mike.
Okay, I'm going to
This is my new classmate, Jane.
That conversation.
Nice to meet you, Jane.
From the publisher's
Nice to
material.
meet you too.
That's on
Where are
the
you
MP3
from?
I'm
Recording,
from
and I
Italy.
inserted
How
it
about
there.
you?
So these
I'm
are
from
actually
Canada.
invoices from the publisher.
Number 26.
Did you study for the language test we have
Okay,
today?
there I am again. I had to construct
I
this.
tried, but it's really hard for me. I gave up after like 20 minutes.
You gave up? Come on, you always do well in school.
I know, but language is really difficult. I like math and science more. When I study language, it's all Greek to me.
What? We have a Japanese test today.
Num-
Okay, So then that becomes the entire part 3. And then you know what's going to happen next. It's going to be combined with a part 2 and a part 1. If I go into the part 2 elements, I actually have the part 2 items 11 to 20. Okay, and then you know what's going to happen. Of course, it's going to be mixed, it's going to be attached to part 1. And I have part 1 items 1 to 10. When that happens, then I can put the entire test together. Now, there's one other thing, and this one is kind of important, controlling the volume, because I am mixing recordings from different sources, sometimes from the Follow Me Kangxian Follow Me book. Their voice talent, their recordings are a certain volume. I'm recording myself with a recording stick, MP3 recorder, and that has a different kind of volume. And then I'm also using the computer voices, which also have different volumes. So you end up with all these different volumes, and what you'll have to do eventually is normalize. And what this does is it takes the low volume and the loud volume, and it kind of makes it more equal, more normal, so that this level is more, this volume is more level instead of having very loud parts and very quiet parts. And that's normalize. And we're going to use average loudness, and we can apply that. Okay. And it will change some of the loudness. So it makes the high parts, the loud parts, a little bit lower, closer to average. It takes the low parts a little bit louder. The soft parts become louder, closer to average volume. Okay, it was already normalized. I'm not going to save these changes, so I'm not going to save. Okay, so basically that is how you construct a audio recording for the listening exam. And like I had warned you before in the other videos, that making the exams requires time, lots of time. And I do a little bit each day. And typically, if I'm going to construct a whole audio recording from scratch, it could take several weeks just working a little bit each day or each night. So I do recommend that while you are designing your curriculum right now, all of you need to submit your curriculum for next semester, right? Next year, which book you're going to use and which unit you're going to teach during which week. That also means that you know the scope of the exams that you will have. Whether your school does 2 exams or your school does 3 exams, you know the scope. It'll cover unit 1 to unit whatever. The next test will be unit whatever to unit whatever. Because you know that, you can actually start to create your exam right now. And I recommend that you make the listening script first. If you watched my video about listening exams, you've seen a sample of a listening script, and you can also get a sample from the Google Drive. Follow that link. If you follow this link, you can get the sample test and the answer key or the script that goes with that. So you can see that everything gets written down first and planned out. Once you have that script ready, then you can do recordings. You can find your foreign teacher if you have one available, your native English speaking teacher. Have your native English speaking teacher or friend or his friend do the recordings for you. If that's not an option, then use the TTS, the text-to-speech, Oddcast, IBM Watson, or the Immersive Reader on the Word, Microsoft Online, Office Online, Word Online. Okay, so that's a lot, and if you have any more questions, this part is probably the most complicated and the most difficult part for anyone who's new or inexperienced at doing, just a beginner at doing this. Um, Again, Taidong teachers, you know where to find me if you have any questions, and I'd be happy to help out. Drop me a line online or wherever, and I can probably answer your questions in more detail. So that's about it. I've been talking too much. It's about 35 minutes in this video. It's time to say goodbye. So goodbye, good luck, and happy teaching.